The Journey of Nehemiah, a humble cupbearer to King Artaxerxes of Persia, from being a simple servant to becoming a great man of influence and the key figure behind the restoration of Jerusalem, is a story of faith, determination, and resilience. Nehemiah's unwavering commitment to his people and his unshakable faith in God's guidance led him to overcome numerous challenges and oppositions. This video delves into the various stages of Nehemiah's journey, highlighting his struggles, prayers, and ultimate success in rebuilding the city walls and renewing the hope of his people. Nehemiah introduces himself as a man living far from his homeland of Israel, which had been captured and exiled due to their sins against God. The people were under the rule of King Artaxerxes of Persia, following the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. The exile prophesied by Jeremiah was to last for 70 years before the people could return to their land. Despite living in the opulent palace of Shushan as the king's cupbearer, Nehemiah's heart remained with his homeland. His concern for the well-being of Jerusalem led him to inquire about the state of the city and its people. Learning about the city's broken walls and gates filled him with sorrow and compelled him to seek God's intervention through prayer and fasting. Nehemiah's prayers were answered when King Artaxerxes noticed his sadness and inquired about it. Overcoming his fear, Nehemiah openly shared his desire to rebuild Jerusalem's walls. The king not only granted him permission, but also provided him with letters of safe passage and resources for the task. Upon arriving in Jerusalem, Nehemiah faced both external and internal opposition. Sanballat, Tobiah, and Geshem mocked and ridiculed his efforts. However, Nehemiah turned to prayer and entrusted his work to God. He organized the people into teams responsible for rebuilding specific sections of the walls, emphasizing unity and collective effort. Nehemiah and his team encountered physical challenges, fatigue, and discouragement as they worked on clearing the debris and rebuilding the walls. The halfway point was particularly challenging as fatigue set in and the workers faced the overwhelming task of dealing with accumulated rubbish. Despite the difficulties, Nehemiah encouraged his people to press on, reminding them of the importance of their work and their dependence on God. As the work progressed, Nehemiah faced threats of physical attacks from their enemies. Undeterred, he organized a system of vigilance, ensuring that workers were armed and alert to potential attacks. He trusted in God's protection while taking practical steps to secure their efforts. Despite opposition, fatigue, and threats, Nehemiah and his people completed the rebuilding of the walls of Jerusalem. Their dedication to the project and their faith in God's provision led to a remarkable achievement. The walls were consecrated, signifying their dedication to God's work. In the face of adversity and opposition, one man stood firm in his faith, determination, and leadership, leaving a lasting legacy of rebuilding not just physical walls, but also spiritual heart. Nehemiah's story is a testament to unwavering faith, resilience, and the power of community coming together to achieve remarkable feats. In the heart of opposition, Nehemiah recognized that God's sovereignty was greater than any obstacle. Despite the enemy's efforts to thwart progress, Nehemiah understood that loyal individuals were listening and that divine intervention was at play. Nehemiah's leadership strategy was multifaceted. He stationed people at vulnerable points, organized them into families armed with weapons, and instilled a sense of purpose and courage. His ability to address fears and inspire courage set a strong foundation for the mission. At the core of Nehemiah's leadership was his reliance on faith. He reminded the people to remember the Lord's greatness and to fight for their families, homes, and purpose. The call to bring out their armor was a symbolic gesture to equip not only for physical battle, but also for spiritual warfare. Nehemiah's mission faced financial difficulties stemming from a famine and excessive taxation. These challenges affected the people's ability to provide for their families while working on the walls. The economic strain illuminated the need for strategic solutions to maintain the work's momentum. Nehemiah recognized the exploitation of the less fortunate and the weight of oppressive interest rates. He stepped in, confronting the nobles, urging them to forgive debts, return properties, and cease charging interest. His actions exemplified a commitment to social justice. Facing multiple assassination attempts and threats, Nehemiah displayed discernment and courage. He refused to be drawn into distractions or fear-driven decisions. He recognized manipulative tactics and remained steadfast in his commitment to God's calling. The restoration of Jerusalem's wall was not merely about physical protection. It symbolized the revival of the people's faith and strength. Nehemiah's perseverance and an unwavering trust in God led to a swift completion of the wall in just 52 days. Nehemiah's leadership extended beyond physical reconstruction. He also played a pivotal role in facilitating a spiritual revival. Gathering the people for the reading of the Law of Moses ignited a renewed passion for worship and obedience to God's commands. Nehemiah emphasized the sanctity of the moment, urging the people to celebrate joyfully and share with those in need. His guidance demonstrated a balanced approach to life, intertwining reverence for God's holiness with the joy of His blessings. Nehemiah's story serves as a testament to the power of faith, prayer, determination, and unity in overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges. His journey from a distant land to Jerusalem, the heart of his people, embodies the transformative impact of leadership driven by a deep sense of responsibility. Nehemiah's unwavering commitment and reliance on God's guidance enabled him to lead his people to success, turning a city in ruins into a fortified symbol of hope and renewal.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.